Shadows in the Sky Unidentified Drones Spark National Concern, written by Glenn Greenwald from The Intercept. Across the United States, a chilling phenomenon has gripped the nation. From quiet rural towns to bustling urban centers, reports of unidentified drones have flooded in, leaving citizens and officials alike searching for answers. These aren't your everyday recreational drones. Witnesses describe large, sophisticated aircraft operating with an unsettling silence and exhibiting unusual flight patterns. The sheer number of sightings, coupled with the capabilities of these mysterious machines, has raised serious concerns about national security and fueled speculation about their origins. From coast to coast, a wave of sightings grips the nation. Over the past few months, an unprecedented number of drone sightings have been reported across the United States, causing widespread concern and curiosity. These sightings are not isolated incidents, but part of a larger, more mysterious phenomenon that has gripped the nation. The reports paint a disturbing picture. Officials and citizens alike are puzzled and alarmed by the frequency and nature of these drone activities. News outlets have been flooded with footage and eyewitness accounts, each more perplexing than the last. In New Jersey, law enforcement officials were baffled by a series of drone sightings over sensitive infrastructure, including power plants and bridges. These drones appeared to be conducting surveillance, raising concerns about potential security threats and the intentions behind these flights. Witnesses described drones larger than any commercially available model, flying in grid-like patterns and seemingly engaged in surveillance. These drones moved with precision and purpose, suggesting a level of sophistication that goes beyond typical consumer-grade technology. Similar sightings followed in Oklahoma, where residents reported large, silent drones hovering over residential areas late at night. The eerie silence of these drones added to the unsettling nature of the encounters, leaving many to wonder about their origin and purpose. The drones, some estimated to have wingspans exceeding 10 feet, were observed flying in formations and conducting what appeared to be coordinated maneuvers. These formations were not random but seemed to follow a specific pattern, indicating a high level of coordination and control. Michigan, too, became a hot spot for these eerie encounters, with reports of drones flying near military bases and nuclear power facilities prompting investigations by federal authorities. The proximity of these drones to critical infrastructure has heightened fears about their potential use in espionage or sabotage. The sheer scale and geographic diversity of these sightings point to a coordinated effort, and the capabilities of these drones far exceed those typically associated with hobbyists or commercial operators. The advanced technology and strategic deployment suggest an organized group with significant resources and expertise. This raises a chilling question. Who is behind these drones, and what are their intentions? As investigations continue, the nation remains on edge, waiting for answers to this modern mystery that has captured the attention and imagination of millions. A mothership in the Atlantic? Congressman raises alarming possibility. Adding another layer to this already perplexing situation is the theory, put forth by Congressman Jeff Van Drew, that these drones might be launched from an Iranian mothership stationed off the U.S. coast. This theory has sparked significant debate and concern among both lawmakers and the general public, as it suggests a new level of sophistication and threat from foreign adversaries. This startling claim, reported by the New York Post, stems from intelligence reports suggesting Iran has been developing drone-carrying vessels capable of launching long-range surveillance and attack missions. These vessels, if operational, could pose a significant threat to national security, allowing for covert operations right off the American coastline. While this theory remains unconfirmed, it underscores the very real possibility that these drone sightings are not isolated incidents but rather part of a larger, more coordinated operation. The frequency and pattern of these sightings suggest a level of organization and intent that cannot be ignored. The potential involvement of a foreign power, particularly one with a history of adversarial relations with the United States, raises the stakes considerably and necessitates a swift and thorough investigation. The U.S. military and intelligence agencies are now on high alert, working tirelessly to verify these claims and ensure the safety and security of the nation. Official silence and contradictions fuel public anxiety. Adding to the public's unease is the lack of clear and consistent information from government agencies. While the FBI and FAA have acknowledged the surge in drone sightings, their responses have been characterized by vague statements and a reluctance to speculate on the origins or intentions of these aircraft. This lack of transparency has done little to quell the growing anxiety. Some officials have downplayed the sightings, attributing them to hobbyists or misidentified aircraft. Others, however, have hinted at a more serious situation, suggesting the involvement of sophisticated actors with potentially malicious intent. This lack of clarity only fuels speculation and underscores the need for a transparent and comprehensive investigation into this increasingly concerning phenomenon. The potential implications of these drone sightings are far-reaching and deeply troubling. The advanced capabilities of these aircraft, coupled with their apparent focus on sensitive infrastructure and military installations, suggest a deliberate effort to gather intelligence on U.S. soil. The possibility of foreign adversaries conducting extensive surveillance operations within American airspace raises serious national security concerns. The information gathered by these drones could be used for a variety of nefarious purposes, from mapping critical infrastructure for potential sabotage to gathering intelligence on military movements and capabilities. The prospect of our adversaries having access to such sensitive information is a sobering reminder of the vulnerabilities we face in an increasingly interconnected world. Beyond surveillance, the threat posed by these drones extends to disruption and destruction. Many of the drones sighted are reportedly capable of carrying significant payloads, raising concerns about their potential use in disruptive or destructive acts. Imagine a scenario where a drone, disguised as a harmless commercial model, is used to disrupt air traffic at a major airport. Or consider the potential for economic damage if a drone were to target a power grid, causing widespread blackouts. While such scenarios may seem like the stuff of science fiction, the technology to carry them out exists today. The potential for these drones to be used as weapons of disruption, causing chaos and fear, should not be underestimated. The unknowns questions outnumber answers in the drone mystery. As the number of drone sightings continues to rise, so too do the questions surrounding them. Who is behind these drones? What are their objectives? What capabilities do they possess? And perhaps most importantly, what measures are being taken to counter this emerging threat? These are not just hypothetical questions, but pressing concerns that demand immediate attention. The lack of definitive answers only adds to the sense of urgency. Until we have a better understanding of the scope and nature of this threat, we remain vulnerable to its potential consequences. Vigilance is key. Citizens are urged to report suspicious activity. In the face of this uncertainty, one thing is clear. Public awareness is paramount. Citizens are urged to be vigilant and report any suspicious drone activity to the authorities. Detailed descriptions of the drone, its flight path, and any unusual behavior can be invaluable to investigators piecing together this complex puzzle. By working together and remaining vigilant, we can help shed light on this mystery and ensure the safety and security of our communities. The future of warfare? It's a question that has intrigued military strategists and defense experts for decades. Drone threats demand global attention. As these unmanned aerial vehicles become more sophisticated, their potential for both surveillance and offensive operations grows exponentially. The recent surge in drone sightings across the United States is a stark reminder of the evolving nature of threats in the 21st century. These sightings are not just isolated incidents, but part of a broader trend that is reshaping the landscape of national security. These unmanned aerial vehicles, once the domain of science fiction, are rapidly becoming a reality of modern warfare and espionage. From reconnaissance missions to targeted strikes, drones are now integral to military operations worldwide. The challenges they pose are not unique to the United States. Countries around the world are grappling with the implications of this rapidly developing technology. Nations are convening global security summits to address the multifaceted threats posed by drones. Addressing this emerging threat will require international cooperation, technological innovation, and a renewed focus on bolstering our defenses against unmanned aerial systems. Engineers and defense experts are tirelessly working on new technologies to counteract these threats. The drone sightings in the United States should serve as a wake-up call. Government officials are increasingly aware of the need for robust policies and strategies to mitigate these risks. The future of warfare is upon us, and it is imperative that we are prepared to meet the challenges it presents. As we look ahead, the integration of drones into military strategy will undoubtedly shape the conflicts of tomorrow.